What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we have to talk about the recent bullish explosion that we've seen pretty much within every single cryptocurrency. Markets as of today are up 11%, and we're seeing cryptocurrencies explode in price, specifically Ethereum and Bitcoin. We've seen some pretty significant runs over the past, I'd say day, maybe day and a half, with Bitcoin up 15% and 17% up in the week. Ethereum's up 10.5, BNB is up 10.03. XRP hasn't been doing so well, as we've talked about. They are up 6.4 though, but every freaking cryptocurrency is exploding in volume. It's pretty incredible to see this major run and surge in volume into these cryptocurrencies, but we do have to talk about that, as I don't want anybody to mistakenly buy in. I don't want anybody to be fooled by what exactly is going on here. Although we are getting close to potentially swinging short-term bullish, there are a few resistances that haven't been broken just yet for us to say, hey, maybe let's buy in, maybe let's leverage to the upside here. We are getting very close. Specifically, Bitcoin is the only one that's getting extremely close. But we do have to look at Bitcoin. We also have to look at the S&P 500, which is getting very close to potentially breaking through our descending fractal, which would be huge news for, the S&P as a whole and for cryptocurrency, as usually when we see the stock market do well in the past couple of months, it typically causes or correlates with the cryptocurrency market. It causes them to move up too. So I'm getting very excited. We are going to be potentially buying into these cryptocurrencies within the next probably day, 24, 48 hours at most, as some of them are getting very close. So we do have to talk about these fine lines of resistances, and if we manage to close above them, we will be buying in and putting some new trades in. So definitely stick around to the end of today's episode. Remember guys, if you want to win one of these XRP crypto coin displays completely free, it's worth $130. All you have to do is comment your favorite cryptocurrency down in the comment section below, as well as comment subscribed. Comment those two things and you'll be entered for the drawing on Sunday, so stay tuned. And also, I will be checking in. If you're not subscribed, you will not win one of these, so definitely make sure to smash that subscribe button. More importantly, today's video is brought to us by Metamoose Club, a new metaverse coming near you. They're also an NFT collection, which is really cool. So more information about Metamoose, crazy, I'm not going to continue to do that. More information about Metamoose will be at the end of today's video, so definitely stay tuned for that. More information about them in the description down below as well. With that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, as you can see, markets are doing incredible. I mean, we're at 1.93 trillion. We're up 11%. I mean, we haven't had a good day like this, which is very exciting, but we haven't had a good day like this in months. It's been, for the most part, just a bearish, long correction for majority of cryptocurrency since probably November here, and we didn't see any sort of bullish movement since, end of January here. So majority, the beginning of February was good, but then we've pretty much led the rest of January into a bearish correction to the downside here. So it's interesting. We pretty much erased, for the most part, all the movements upwards and all the movements downwards, although we did close at a high for February. So February did do pretty good in regards to month to month. You can see here the overall movements to the upside here. For February, we have February 1st is right here, I believe. Yeah, something like this. I don't know. It's not too much, but like a 10% increase. So February didn't do too bad. What we do have to talk about, though, is the recent movements that are happening within these cryptocurrencies and if it's worthwhile to buy in. So hopefully nobody jumped the gun and bought into these cryptocurrencies just yet, because we are still at very intricate levels. And I've mentioned yesterday, and I put out an update video, which basically referred to the fact that these cryptocurrencies were still retesting some pretty vital resistances, and they weren't ready to buy into just yet because we're still creating lower highs and lower lows, which is still considered a bear market for majority of cryptos. It's pretty much textbook. So in regards to XRP, what we're looking for. So good thing is yesterday, what came out of yesterday was us managing to actually slightly close above this falling wedge fractal, which is a good sign. It also opens up the idea that, hey, maybe we're creating higher lows. You can see here, we're starting to see things move like this, potentially creating a new higher low, potentially an uptrend. Who knows? We're not out of it just yet because we only have two confirmations of some sort of uptrend here from this falling wedge fractal. So we need to let this play out for, probably the remainder of the next day or two, 24, 48 hours before we get a real decision here. Problem is with XRP, we're very close with the moving averages here. We're intertwined with them very much so. And you can see the problem with the moving averages almost always when we've traded inside or or near this moving average, we typically tend to get rejected. You can see consistently since the beginning of February, every single time we retest it, we break down, we break lower, we break lower, we break lower. So here we are again trying to attempt to break through that. So ideally, a good bullish scenario would be if we can confirm closing, because it's not really worth buying in at 77, trading it up to 81, and then immediately seeing markets drop and you get screwed. So what I'm looking for is to see prices get us above the moving average here. We float above, I don't know, 82, 83 cents, close above at like 84 cents, then maybe there's a chance of us swinging higher. Although it wouldn't be much of a run to the upside here, but we could see markets move from like 84 all the way up to 92, which is some profit on, there is some profit left on the table for us to make, but we will definitely jump into that when we do get that opportunity. You can see the problems with the way these charts are moving, specifically XRP, is XRP is sandwiched inside a descending triangle, which doesn't really have much time left. We've, pretty much filled in majority of it on, in the beginning here, but here we are getting very close to filling in the gap here, which ends much closer to like July, mid-July, but I think we're going to see some action probably in June, early June, maybe into May, end of May, early June here. That's kind of where we're starting to see the end of this, and I know that's a while away, but in the meantime, in the interim, we are still, which is good, trading inside the moving averages here. We've managed to close above it and are now intertwined within it. So there's a good chance we're going to be using 71 cents as a support. I'm glad, because if we were using 58, we're really teeter-tottering and pushing the envelope there. But if we hold above here, there's a chance we could maybe consolidate up. There is obviously some turbulence, some resistance at the top at about 85 cents, but the highest point I really think we can move to is about 90, because we're in this downtrend here, which has rejected the price of XRP on numerous occasions here. So it doesn't really seem like the most viable idea to jump into XRP just yet. It doesn't seem like a coin at the current moment that has enough impact on a good leverage trade. Regardless, when we do find the cryptocurrency to trade, we'll be using Bityard. Hopefully you guys are familiar with Bityard. They are the #1 leveraging crypto, right? You can see it right here on my shirt. #1 leveraging cryptocurrency exchange, as well as spot trading exchange that we use here on the channel. Highly recommend you guys take advantage of it. Highly recommend you guys sign up. It's completely free to sign up down in the description below. They offer a demo account, which is super cool. They give you over $100,000 in like free crypto monopoly money that's, not real, that you guys can trade around with and practice your skills. But when you go back to live, you can basically use any of these cryptocurrencies, as well as all the altcoins to actually leverage trade your crypto, which is awesome. And then when you're ready, you can literally go over to limit or market, type in the amount of leverage you want, type in the amount of margin you want for your Bitcoin trade, and then click buy along, and you're good to go. They have stop losses, they have shorts, they have take profits. Everything you could think of is on this website, including XRP, which is super exciting. They even have things like Shiba Inu and Doge, which is super cool. And they're adding tons constantly, altcoins constantly, to their innovation area. So definitely check that out. Not only that, but they even offer spot trading, which I use almost every single day just to constantly go back and forth between cryptocurrencies. And they even offer some free cryptocurrency that you can pick up if you are new with the link in the description, and then click get free cryptocurrency to earn some there. With that being said, guys, diving into these other cryptocurrencies here, it's mainly our focus is on Bitcoin specifically, but to wrap up Ethereum quick, Ethereum's kind of following what Bitcoin's doing. You can see if we just draw it, you can see the similarities here. There's some sort of ascending fractal that was here. We broke down from it and we hit some sort of bottom, and we started to, correct back up. You can see ascending fractal, hit bottom, started to correct, hit bottom, and now we're starting to correct back up. You can see we're not just at the moving average yet. Bitcoin is, however. So with Bitcoin, what we're looking for ideally was a closure yesterday above 41K. To my surprise, we did. And we're currently floating at around $44,500. And I was talking to my friend yesterday and I was telling him, look, I'll be bullish on Bitcoin when we get to about 46K. And the reason being is we have a lot of resistances here that we need to break through. We have the moving average we have to break through. So ideally, if we see a flip above the moving average, and why this point is so critical and vital to the support of Bitcoin, which we could see today, depending on how the markets decide to move, the stock market, this could flip us bullish very quickly here. There's a resistance that we need to get above, and we have the moving averages as well as a price ceiling that we need to get above. So there's a lot of things that are intertwining here that really just make this a very difficult point to break. But if we manage to do that, you can see what this allows us to do. Notice this uptrend here. This is extremely important in the success of Bitcoin in the long term. You can see now, zooming out, that there is an uptrend that we've been using for quite some time, bouncing bouncing on this on numerous occasions. You can see using it as support, support, support. Then we break through. It starts acting as a big resistance level for Bitcoin specifically. So what we need to see happen is if we manage to successfully, and I would like to delete these without deleting my charts here, if we manage to successfully get us above this uptrend here, then we could be in a good success range to start to trend higher. You can see we would pretty much be breaking outside of this resistance, which we can see extends across the entire screen here. And we're currently intertwined within the bottom support as we're bouncing off moving averages, which is really good to see that we're using this as a support. But you can see we're also battling this top resistance here. So if we can break through 44K, 45K, close at about 46K, we'd be bullish. And I would be very interested in switching a position or buying into a position, longing Bitcoin to the upside here, as we could be correcting off this bottom support as we were retesting it. We could be bouncing off the moving averages. We might be able to trend up even higher, which is pretty exciting, and start to use the uptrend once again as a means of support. So that's why pretty much everything is riding on the point that Bitcoin is at right now. I would not recommend, personally, I'm not buying in right now because I need to see how this plays out, because we could very easily, as quickly as we came up and got rejected off this before and dumped, we could very easily do the same thing, get rejected off it, and dump again. So we have to spend quite a bit of time paying attention to this. And you can see it's not a good short opportunity because it doesn't really fall that low. So really everything comes down to how does this play out? If it plays out well and we can break through it, then there's a very big uptrend and volume spike that we would see if we are able to close us above this uptrend here. You can see the uptrend. You can see how it acts as a resistance, how we've had on numerous occasions rejection. We tried like 4 weeks ago. You can literally see the price try to break through. We had big wicks, closed the weekly below it. We tried it again the following week, closed down below it. And here we are again attempting to break through it. We probably might close the week below here, but we'll see what happens. But ideally, if we can break through it, we would be apt to put in a big bullish leverage trade to the upside here. Lastly, S&P 500 to wrap up today's video, you can see we are still in a descending fractal. This needs to break, very similar to XRP. Even though we're slightly trending outside of here, it's not over just yet. The S&P 500 has had a lot of backlash with this downtrend here, and we have yet to break through it. Ideally, our trades determine whether or not we're going to be leveraging to the upside, buying in for a long or buying in for a short position, depending on how we react with this level. Yesterday, we were intertwined here. We didn't really do much besides just trade kind of sideways. We closed a little bit higher than before, but ideally what we're looking for here is either a breach above this resistance and downtrend, or we get rejected off of this and see prices start to fall. We've managed to consolidate back up from oversold, back up to about, 45 on the relative strength indicator. Maybe we'll see today close us above here, but it could ultimately lead us to another spike to the downside here. So we have to spend today analyzing the way the S&P 500 decides to open and the way it decides to close, ultimately giving us a path as, A, are we going to be breaking out of here? Are we going to finally rally back up and call the bottom at 13%? Or, hey, are we going to get rejected off here as we've done in the past and start to see more of a lower high, lower low fractal pulling us back down to the bottom here with a target range of 17 to 20%? I don't know. That's what we're going to figure out later on today. I do want to talk about Metamoose with you. I want to give a huge shout out to Metamoose for sponsoring today's episode. As with all NFT projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, in recent news, Metamoose Club unveils a revolutionary NFT collection inspired by and in service of wildlife conservation. Now they're revealing their collection of 10,000 moose NFTs. Now the Metamoose Club trailblazes a new path with a unique entry into the metaverse and expansion into a decentralized blockchain-based hunting platform. Now launching their first ever NFT collection, Moose NFTs, the Metamoose Club, also known as MMC, begins their foray into the NFT space with a 10,000 collection on the Ethereum blockchain. Considered just the beginning of what is in store for MMC, this collection represents the merging of art, technology, wildlife appreciation, and charity. Now, the Metamoose Club, a team of 6 based out of Texas in the US, are marking their territory in the NFT space and revolutionizing the synergy of decentralization and gaming. Now, guys, with a mission to bring awareness to wildlife issues such as poaching and even unethical hunting practices, MMC looks forward to growing a community around the mission of responsible hunting and wildlife preservation. Now, their NFT project stands out as the first of many that are designed to support this cause and grow awareness around promoting biodiversity, supporting ecosystems, and giving back to various charities with aligned values. Now, the story of the Metamoose includes the journey of the revered animals into the metaverse after wandering through the mysterious lands and stumbling through a fortuitous portal. Now, finding themselves in a stunning new realm, the Metamoose quickly quickly establish themselves as the ambassadors of the newfound metaverse, full of swagger and cool confidence. And from here, they begin their adventures and embark on true otherworldly explorations. Now, the artwork representing the Moose NFT collection features various Moose personalities, traits, and even looks. Stylized as fun, funky characters, each Moose's characteristics are unique and one of a kind, and each Moose NFT will allow holders to be raffled into a whitelist for the 3D playable Moose avatar presale. And as holders, the collection will also gain special privileges as players in the Metamoose Lodge hunting game and first access to exclusive news as well as future drops. Now, upcoming projects of the Metamoose Club will also include the MMC merch store, the introduction of Celestial City Coin, and various interactive opportunities and events. The hunting game will stand out as revolutionary, decentralized, blockchain-based hunting platform, the first ever of its kind. And in pioneering such experiences for the metaverse and utilizing blockchain capabilities, the Metamoose Club is forging a strong entrance into the meta realm with the purpose of wildlife preservation propelling them ahead. And it is their aim to continually support their mission and uphold MMC value in creating new and unique experiences and collections to enjoy. Now guys, to learn more about the Metamoose Club and their upcoming launch of the Metamoose 10K collection, you can find them on their website, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and Telegram, which I've all linked in the description down below. Otherwise, shout out again to Metamoose for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.